All right, welcome to another resolution ride. This is where a bunch of us here on Zoom are riding for 30 minutes a day for 30 days. Entered to win $1,000. If you aren't part of those members, make sure to check it out on YouTube anyways. Subscribe to the page. You can watch the workouts for free. Helps out Tag. I'm Max, for those of you who don't know me. I rode for Tag as a junior rider, and then I got caught up and distracted in school and whatnot. Riding bikes requires too much training. Ironically, here we are still training with you guys. So, also today, for those of us who have joined in Zoom, we are drawing a Tag mask. What does it say on the mask? Shut up, legs? Nice. I like it. All right. So, before we get into the workout, I'm just going to get us into our warm-up. Warm-up's going to be really simple, just a group ride style. Warm up the legs here. We'll bring it up to 90 to 100 RPM and 60 to 70%. Nothing major. Just getting comfortable with higher RPM. We're pretending that we're drafting in a peloton here, as if we're in a UCI race, something along those lines. All right, we're sitting at 60 to 70 RPM. Sorry, 60 to 70%, 90 to 100 RPM. Follow along with my legs if you don't have a cadence meter. So, I was trying to think of what I'd like to do today as a workout. And I was thinking about, I personally like to visualize, if I'm riding inside, I visualize a race that I'm racing. And what more interesting a race than 2015 World Championships, where Peter Sagan famously breaks away, roughly 3K to go, I believe. He attacks on this really steep, punchy climb, comes over the top, gets into a tuck. Peter Sagan's really good at his tucks, and then he hammers away on the flats for the last 2-3 minutes or so. So I thought we would try and replicate that. What do I have to say about this? So, what it's going to look like roughly is what I have next to me on the board. So, we've got 30 seconds here. That's going to be our climb, our punch. We're going up the cobbles. We're going to do that out of the saddle. We're pushing a big gear out of the saddle. Slow legs. Somewhere around 80 RPM maybe. That's where we're breaking away. Next 30 seconds, we're coming over the top of the hill, bringing our leg speed up a little bit, pushing the same wattage, roughly. The next 30 seconds, we're going down that other side of the hill. If you've seen the race before, this is where it gets into a tuck. Let's not stop the legs completely. Let's bring the gear well down, try and catch our breath after that climb. And then we're getting into the flats where we're trying to hold the group off, 80%, 70 RPM. Little punch here, 30 seconds. Just increased by, 10, 20 watts standing here. And last minute, just hold it right to the finish line. I want to stress that we have these numbers here as a guideline, but if you're racing, you're not looking down at your computer. If anything, you might be looking back at the group and you're just giving it everything you've got. By the finish line, hopefully you have nothing left in the legs. That said, we're going to do it, I think, 3 times. So keep a little something there the first 2 times through. For now though, we're still just warming up. or maybe we're in the race, we're in this peloton here. Let's move a little closer to the front of this peloton. We're starting to push a little bit of wind. Not what you want to be doing as Sagan right now. You want to stay in the shadows of the wind. Let's increase the gear a little bit. Take 1 or 2 maybe, if you're on a road bike. Keep the leg speed high. I'm at 105 right now. Keeping the upper body relaxed. You're trying to conserve as much energy as possible here while still staying with the group, saving your legs for the sprint. It's World Championships. What better motivation than that? I don't know if any of you guys do this when you're on the road, but I certainly imagine that there's a big peloton 50 meters behind me, and the finish line is that next lamppost up the road. But every time I get to the finish line, it moves further up the road. That's the idea of this workout here. They're hot on your heels, you gotta keep them off. All right, slowing it back down a little bit. We're in the group, just spinning out of the wind. It's kind of hard for me to tell how long it takes to warm up here, as I'm always coming off of the 6:30 class already warmed up, broken in, possibly even just fatigued, feeling the sweat. If you want a little extra challenge for this workout, try and do, I guess, almost all of this 4-minute piece in as aerodynamic a position as possible. Elbows super bent, whether that be on your hoods or in your drops. I find you get more power out of this position, even though it might make breathing a little bit less free. As we get closer to the 3K mark, we're spinning it up a little bit, maybe adding a little bit of gear. Group is jostling for position here. There's a lot of strength involved in winning a road race, but also some serious tactics. You're not going to win the race if you're stuck in the middle of the pack, even if you have the legs for it. Let's spin it up a little faster here. Let's go another minute. Keeping the upper body still, relaxed. And let's slow the legs down. All right. Take the gear way down. Just keep the legs spinning over easy. Just take a quick breather before we get into the workout. So, just to go over it one more time. Punchy hill climb, we're out of the saddle. Coming over the top of the hill here, pushing hard, picking up your speed. You're going down the other side of the hill, getting aerodynamic, spin the legs quickly. Not pushing too much gear there. Here we're getting onto the flats. You're gonna take a bunch of gears. There's a little what was it? Like they say in the race, 300-meter long climb. Here where we're standing again, probably don't need to change the gear or anything for that. And then final minute to the finish line. Should be toast by that point. All right. Are we ready? How about 30 seconds? And we'll give it a go. In 30 seconds, we're gonna drop a whole bunch of load on the legs. And we're gonna power up this climb, dropping the Peloton. That's in 15. You ready? You got your trigger finger on the gear. 5. All right, here we go. Up, 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 up. Slow legs, big power, out of the saddle. Climb, climb, climb. Push, 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 push. 15. And back in the saddle, you're still pushing 80 to 90%. 90 RPM in the saddle. Let's find that. Push over the top. "15 seconds. Come on. 10. Gearing way down. You're coming down the backside of this hill. Spin the legs up. Get aerodynamic. Let yourself catch your breath. Go easier than 70% if you want. Just for 10 more seconds. Breathe. And here are the flats. Looking for 80%. That's at 70 RPM. You're pushing a big gear, you're going fast. In your aero position here. Oops, still going too fast here. Still going too fast. Push, push. "10 seconds. There's a little that 300-meter climb is coming. Just gonna quickly hop out of the saddle. Here we go. Get yourself up that tiny climb. About the same effort level. Doing good, almost there. And settle in for the last minute to the finish. Let's look for 80 RPM. 80%. Hold it. They're hot on your heels. Come on. 30 seconds. "15, almost there. And let's take the gear off. Spin the legs out, you're over the line. You know what, actually, now that I think about it, let's just take a couple minutes here, spinning easy. Now that I think about it, I think that the end of that race was a circuit, if I recall correctly. That could have been the third to last time through. Go again in a minute and a half. Some deep breaths before we go again. I think now that we have gone through that once, I think on these flats here, where we're at 70 RPM, 70 to 80 RPM, I think we could do with increasing the leg speed just a little bit. Maybe I'll bump it up by 10 RPM each one. Again, this is a guideline, but it's whatever is comfortable for you. Not comfortable, it's gonna be uncomfortable, but whatever you can push. 30 seconds and we're going. And 20 seconds. Got a fan on in the studio now and it's amazing. 15. Helps me visualize being outdoors as well. All right, here we go, 5. We're dropping a whole bunch of load on the legs right now and we're standing, punching it up this hill, up, 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 up. Attack. 20 seconds. Allez, allez, allez. 5 seconds, come on. Over the top, you're not done yet, sit down. Push, push. Picking up the speed, still increasing your gap on the group. 15 seconds. And bunch of gears off. We're cruising down the other side. Keep your speed up. Legs spinning quick. Breathe. 15 seconds here. Five. And we are on the flats. Bringing the gear back on. Pushing 70, 80 RPM here. 80% perceived effort. We're still giving her. "30 more seconds here. "15. And the grade is bumping up here momentarily. Let's just stay on top of it by getting out of the saddle. And let's sit back down, hold it to the finish. Come on. Push, push. Banners in sight. Don't look back. Ten. Sorry, I think I might have messed up. 30. Keep it up. Let's go. Keep pushing. Gave you a false finish line. Now you're at 15. All right, gear down, quick rest. Sorry about that. When I start to go hard, I kind of lose track of everything else that's happening in my brain. Okay, let's do one more. In 3 minutes. So, if you haven't raced before, it's what's cool about these attacks like this, where you're 3 kilometers from the finish line, or any distance from the finish line, really, is that you're committing to your attack 100%, because if it doesn't work out and you get caught by the group, there's not a chance that you're going to win that race, because you've given everything to your attack, nothing left for a group sprint anymore. All the rest of the group has been sitting in the shadow of the wind, saving their energy while you've been hammering. So in this last one here, this is the real deal. It's going to be the finish. Don't save anything. Sorry, I make that sound scary. Just, it's easier to visualize yourself in a race if you're giving it everything. I can hear Leslie now. You're being too hard on them, Max. All right. So in 1 minute we'll go. Deep breaths. It's World Championships. It's going to be hard, but then you can save it for another year after that. "30 seconds. You know what to do this time on that initial climb, how many gears you need to drop, hopefully. In 15, the idea of that descent is just to give you a quick breather when you think you can't go anymore. 10 seconds. Coming up to the base of the climb. Right now, here we go, drop the gear. Last one, make it count. Attack the hill. 15 seconds. Whoop, 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 whoop. Bouncing over these cobbles. In the saddle, 80 to 90%. Pushing over the top, come on. Come on. Leg speed up a bit. You got it, 15. Just when you think you have nothing left, here we go. We're descending. Gear way down. Catch your breath. Every second of this descent has to count. 10 seconds. And here you go, you're coming onto the flats. 80%. Crushing a big gear. Still got something left in the legs here. Push, push. Come on, the crowd is lining the fence on the outside of the road now. They're cheering you on. And a little punch out of the saddle. Don't let this grade kill your momentum. And back down, settling in for the finish line. Just under a minute, come on, up, up. "40 seconds, you got it." Crowd's there, but you can't hear them. It's too loud in your head. 30. Everything you got. 15. 10. And gear down. Do a celly if you want to. Oops, I just breathed into the mic. Woo. Well done. Hopefully you've got some team members to catch you before you fall off your bike here. Oh, feels good to win world championships. All right, after an effort like that, make sure you're spinning for a little bit. Let your heart rate slow down gradually and that you stretch afterwards. Super key. I was never a fan of that when racing, but looking back, I don't think that was the right call. Having some knee troubles while running these days. Well done. Now another resolution ride down. You're getting there. Have a good day.